This is your Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast.
Kevin gonna get on?
It is Monday, April 11th of 2022, and Ford, you should not talk during the intro.
Sorry. Thought I was muted.
No, I was just about to talk, and I did.
Well then.
Also joining me is Maluris.
I'm here. I got on.
When he was wondering about the underscores in our name, that's because of this weird Discord stream kit glitch. I had to adjust everyone's names so they actually came up in the chat for the 300th episode. Also, I
still think that
more,
if you really put the time into it, you could figure out the problem. Like, you know the problem, but you could figure out the solution.
Oh, well, the thing is, the code have to be changed on Discord's backend to resolve it.
Oh, so you can't.
Yeah, it's a known issue with theirs. People have found out the issue with it. It's just Discord hasn't fixed it.
Well,
Classic
they should.
Discord.
So basically, the way to fix it is by everyone having a nickname.
They should be fixing that instead of trying to police comments.
I mean, they haven't really been policing comments still. The
You're
issues
right.
that they could,
Not yet.
but
like you said, they could. So
yeah, I don't know. Discord does not have a very big team. They've struggled with some things with growth, but I mean, at least the program works well.
yeah, it's got more features than others. On the market.
Could be worse.
So
it could be
good.
Zoom.
Ugh.
I've still never used Zoom, actually.
It's awful. Not good. It's like the sharing is all it just doesn't work. I don't like it.
But yes, I guess it was only us three today. Everyone else did not show up on account of their lives sucking too much. So...
You're assuming that our lives don't also suck.
No, but we just came here anyways.
Yep.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's gotta go to prison.
Well, no, actually, it works out pretty well because we had this topic that literally only the three of us could discuss.
Right. So the thing is, only the three of us are caught up in Ninjago, as of recently. I guess that includes like the shorts and everything that were terrible.
Did you ever watch those shorts?
No.
I don't think
Okay.
you didn't miss
They're
out
not
on...
worth watching. Yeah.
They're vaguely even canon, so we're not going to really discuss those. I might do a whole episode on Ninjago Core sometime still, because I actually do have several sets from Core now as well. Actually, I have a lot of sets from Core.
Didn't you get like most of the wave?
Yeah.
Like you got all the spinners, and then you got the
I got
temple
the spinners,
or
I got the
whatever.
temple, I got the green dragon, I got the spinjitzu,
Oh,
grounds that
right,
connects to
yeah.
the temple. I have nowhere to put the temple, so I don't actually plan on building it. And I also recently got the NRG dragon from Skybound.
Oh.
That's sitting over there in the corner. I also got this pack here. It's got some more Ninjago in it. Oh, and on my
Assuming
desk
that
here,
I
I
can
picked
see
these
it.
up today. I've got Garmadon comic books.
Make sure to whack the
right,
microphone
yeah.
with them.
But
I can totally see it through
so
the ether.
the thing is, by the time the news reported on the variant covers, turns out you have to buy comics way in advance when they come out.
Yep.
Which is stupid, because how is anyone's news supposed to get into it then if they don't even know it's coming out, and issue number one's impossible to get? But anyways.
Well, it is a reason that comics are failing.
It is. Yeah, they weren't sure if they... I tried ordering from two places. It doesn't look like on this other site either variant ever shipped. There's also report on 4 variants, but the comic shops I called only had 2 in the system. My brother said that 4th variant is probably for a reissue. He said oftentimes they'll have different cover art for like the second print of
That's
an issue.
annoying.
So I will have to see about picking that up later. But I've also seen that cover art shown as the cover art for issue 3, so...
I know somebody on another server that I'm in that got the 3 covers.
I got the skeleton one and the
So-
normal one, but I need the Great Devourer one still.
Yeah, they got that one too. So-
I don't know how I'll find it, because I don't know, especially, I can't imagine that this sold a ton of copies, especially the variants.
Yeah,
mean, it
there's a
looks pretty
couple.
cool, but
There's a couple comic shops around me, but I don't know if anyone would carry them.
I don't think they'd have the variant covers if they did.
I think they're more like retro, like back issue stuff.
Hmm.
So I'm not really confident they would get a lot of new stuff, especially a lot of the main two new stuff.
Yeah.
So, or sorry, I should say
Darn it, who
big
was
two.
printing it? Was it Image that's printing these comics? I think so.
I thought it was Skybound.
Maybe it was Skybound. They're the people who do Invincible.
I think that's Skybound.
Okay, that sounds right.
I think that's what they're called. It's the one from the guy that made The Walking Dead. Pretty
Wasn't
sure.
that IDW?
No.
I don't
He
know.
like
but...
it was through IDW, but then he kind of did the Todd McFarlane thing and made his own print label.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Darn, I can't find my login.
You're the one. Yeah, you're the one with the comics. Look at them.
Well, it doesn't exactly say. It has this little picture of a fat stick figure.
Oh, that's annoying.
In the bottom. Oh wait, and that says Image.
Also, fat stick figure sounds like such an oxymoron.
No, it's true.
It's just the
Fat
lines are very
stick
thick.
Figure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like made out of
so you're saying he's a double uppercase C thick
Kind of,
figure.
maybe. Don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my login now, but I can't find it. Remember, I was looking this up on that other website. Tried to pre-order the garment on Comic-Con last week.
Put
and I
it
was
up on
visiting.
air.
No, I'm not going to do that because I also don't really want my personal email going up.
Well, why not? All the cool kids are doing it.
No, I have like 5 email addresses. This is the one that's the most serious out of all of them.
Ducks.
But I haven't actually had time to read them yet, unfortunately. I mean, actually, the variant cover I probably won't even open.
Are you gonna keep it in a sleeve or something?
Well, they come in sleeves. I don't know if it's like
That's
the
very
comic
nice.
shop here always has sleeves and a little cardboard backing for every comic.
That's
you
kind
buy.
of cool.
So, yep, this skeleton one. The art looks pretty good. I haven't really, like opened up this one. I mean, I guess I could right now.
Live opening, guys.
The worst part about sleeves is that the little piece of tape, if you leave it on, you just gotta hope that for some reason, while you left it on, it doesn't catch onto the comic, tear the pages. It's
Interesting. Interesting. It smells odd. Is this how
Does it
fresh
smell
comic
like
books smell?
paper?
I've never actually owned one. Actually, come to think of it, I think I bought a few DC comics back in the day that I never opened.
Do
I have no
Bionicle
idea.
comics count as freshly opened comics?
No, they didn't smell like this. They
Aw.
smelled like mailbox.
Well, that's a fine smell.
The art is very good in this, actually. The bear is kind of questionable.
Good art in a modern comic? It's outrageous.
It does remind me a lot of the Bionicle comics, the way it's... the art. It actually has some
That's good.
2007 vibes for me.
Ooh.
Yes,
Do they
I'll
have
read the whole thing.
spheres for hands?
But it doesn't look like there's a ton of plot in this first issue. So, but I am subscribed to the rest, so I will be getting the rest at least.
Very, very nice.
And,
Are they gonna have variant covers too?
I don't know. I don't really know how to find out.
Well, good luck.
So, yeah, we will see what happens there. I'm trying to reset my password on this other site as we talk because I want to go in and see like what the status of the other orders are and also what they have up for the later ones. But probably won't be able to do that. You haven't bought any Lego at all recently, Kevin. You need to get on that.
No, but I haven't opened up any of my old Lego either, to be
You
fair.
need to get those shelves. You've been working a lot of overtime. You can afford it.
Not yet. I still need more paychecks to roll in.
Oh, well, the money will be there.
That's called debt.
You have savings.
No, they're gone now.
No, they're not. What did you do with them?
They're put away somewhere else.
So you
I don't
saved
think you know
your
how money
savings.
works.
Yeah, I do.
So
No.
you put your savings away where you can't use them. So it's like you saved nothing.
No, it's interest.
Do you know how interest works?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to live off of interest if you're a middle-class citizen.
Well, I don't.
Then you're supposed to use your savings.
But my savings has the interest on it.
Well, we'll talk about this later. In the BCC Finance Podcast. We don't have anyone actually in our group who's in finance.
Nope.
Also, Kevin, your avatar went away.
I don't know why my phone stopped living.
Well, this is great.
Alright, but what we really wanted to discuss today was the future of Ninjago. Core was pretty bad.
Yep.
All around. Like, there's
Just a
some okay
complete-
minifigures.
Like, I don't want to say a complete waste of time, but those shorts were terrible.
Yeah, they were
And the
really
sets
bad.
are just kind of okay for the most part. Actually, no, for like the least of them are okay, but most of them are really not that great.
There's some of the worst Ninjago sets ever.
Yeah. I even like that's another thing. So Jang was reviewing some of the sets earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and his main complaint kind of matches mine with the ninja designs. A lot of them lack depth.
The ninja
Like they look
designs?
very they look
Oh,
very
no, they're
flat.
fine. They're completely fine.
I don't know. I liked them before when we had those like teaser images where they were like nice and cell shaded, but now like seeing them in person, it's like
Have you seen them in person, like the physical minifigures?
There are little stands
Hmm.
at Target with them,
Because I actually
like
quite
where
like
they like
them.
put them in, and they look okay, but they're just I don't know. They're lacking something.
They use the most color that we've seen in a long. I love their use of color.
Mhm.
Like Lloyd
do-
has 3
I do
shades
like
of green
that.
here. Also, I
Yeah.
like how they have like the tan pants for most of them. They have different colors. Like, can't even tell. Yeah, like every single one of them has even another color for their pants. It's like an earthy color.
I think once again Nia gets a very nice look.
Nia's actually
overall.
got the standout of this wave.
I don't know.
I mean, it's
Maybe
fine.
it's just because I like that color of blue, right? But I like that.
Zane is the least interesting, I think.
eh,
But he does have now his hood with a light blue band on it, which is
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, so like I like the colors they use. It's just I feel like the actual prints themselves are very flat looking. It just doesn't really appeal.
No,
to
I
me.
definitely do not see that. Here, Kevin, take a look at Zane here and tell him, grab him so I can use my hands.
What are you using them
Use your
for?
hands.
And to get a picture of the ninja up.
Ah. Wow. Why don't they just have the ninja right in front of them? That seems irresponsible.
I probably actually have a picture myself of the ninja somewhere, but it's probably buried. So here, let's like put a picture of Cole up here, or not. Guess it doesn't like that.
It looks like Zane is about to flash like a public park.
What?
Like the rest of them have clothes underneath, but it's just like he's got nothing, and it's just like this loosely folded on
Zane
robe.
is just bare
Just
chested.
like
Well,
he's just like, hey, you
Well, do
wanna
you
see
remember
something
that-
really nice?
Zane being all alpha.
He's got like his bathrobe on, you know. He's just walking around.
well, don't you remember that last one? Like the battle ninja Zane or whatever that basically is not wearing a shirt at all.
He's also not wearing pants.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, the difference here is he's already in the nude versus like he's about to flash some people, you know, like the implication, like Zane being in the nude, he could be taking a bath for all you know. Zane in like a bathrobe in a public park, that's not good news.
I think you're reading too much into this.
I don't know, that's just my impressions on the minifigure.
Yeah, I don't know. These designs just they look kind of flat. Like the Zane is okay, but like the bare chest design is actually very consistent with all the other designs that we've had for him. But the actual the patterns on the robes just make them look very flat and just kind
But
of
like compared to what? Because I
stale.
don't feel like that's any.
I'd say like compared to like not hunted. The island last year. Like last year they were like very detailed designs. They kind of mirrored like a little bit of this, but I don't know.
I mean, yes, they are very detailed. These are sleeker, but I don't think that means they're less. They're
Yeah.
flatter because there's definitely layers to this. Like if you look at Kai, his robes all have like multiple layers.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done more. I just don't know what they could have done more.
I wouldn't want
it
more
feels
because
like they
then it would
could've.
just be the same as these other ones. I like these because they're different. I don't like, getting the same thing every wave because I already own all the ninja. I want something we haven't gotten before.
I do like the pixel though, and the woo. The woo looks pretty good.
The woo actually sucks.
How?
Because that design is basically just a cheaper version of designs we've gotten in the past, and it uses the old woo head.
Oh. Why aren't they using the new one?
I don't know. So yeah, that's stupid. And then like he's got this robe which kind of mimics robes that he's had in the past, like
Well, it's supposed to look like the T robe.
Yeah, let me grab that.
Which I never had a shot at getting. So
Nope. That's not it.
I would appreciate having that figure just to get the T robe. But
the T robe is leagues better than this. This doesn't even start to compare.
Hmm.
So the T robe uses more shiny printing on it.
Oh.
And it just looks better overall. Also, it had the older Woo head, which didn't have like the creepy happy eyes.
Back when Woo was ticked off. Good times.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't horrible, but I feel like the colors also aren't balanced. It feels weirder because his arms are beige in this one. They're white in the old one. And it makes the things that go down his leg, the fact that his legs are white, more jarring.
Yeah, that printing doesn't look like it's that good.
It's not.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But then, like Jay is pretty cool here. I love the colors they've got on him. There's 2 colors he's not used before. We've got this, neon spring yellow, and also this sand blue, which is really cool. It's a shame these weren't even in the shorts, because I would like these designs in the show, because I hate the Fire and Ice chapter designs as their default designs, especially Jay. Jay has that
like
stupid
exact
smiley
opposites
face
here.
pin, and I hate it.
I do like that they have a bit of continuity with that in Ninjago City Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Where he has the same pin. I do like that.
No, I don't like those designs at all. Darn, we're trying to pull one of them up. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, I hate Jay's design for those chapters. I mean, this is the worst out of all of them, but I don't like it.
Whatever, man.
It has it's so plain. It has these same straps. It's like he's wearing a parachute. What is up with that? And yeah, I mean, if we grab something else, like Zane's is all right, but this new Zane, I like this one because it balances the colors off a lot better with the light blue headband. The gray headband in the other one, it feels really weird because he has so much blue on the bottom. The blue is way more evenly distributed now. Also, he has gray hands, which is not something you see that often. That's another thing with all of these, is the colored hands. You don't see that on any of the other ninja. Mostly the hands are always black. I mean, like, the ones that came in the battle packs before had colored hands. But yeah, you don't see that very often. Except for Cole, he still has black hands, but what are you going to do?
He is the black one.
It is also interesting how some of their pants look to be the same colors, but even like, yeah, Kai, Cole, and Lloyd are all different shades of brown, and it's great. They're like, you got a greenish brown, you've got a brownish brown, you got an orangish brown. I just find that neat.
Oh man, I'm looking at the sets again, and I'm looking at the combo mech. I remember when you were just here, you picked it up in the mire, and you're just like, this stinks.
I don't like it. I know a lot of people do like that set, and I mean, that's good on them. I don't like
This
it.
doesn't look any good. Like, the vehicles are awful. The actual mech is just not good.
I built the dragon. The dragon is okay, but it's definitely not one of my favorite because of the posability issues. Like, the wings have no posability whatsoever, and I know they can do better. But yeah, no, the minifigure designs is actually something I'm still quite fond of with this wave. Specifically because of the pants. Pants are so often overlooked in the Ninja. And these actually
usually
have nice
they
pants.
just leave home without. And
yeah, they just
do
forget their
sometimes.
pants.
yeah, and then they go to the public park in their little robes. And what do you know, Zane? What do you know?
Something is
Especially
getting
bad
caught.
because they're getting soft and flabby.
Oh, that's getting caught by Animal Crossing amiibo cards.
Watch that.
Yeah, I don't want to bend those. Okay, but this is kind of off topic from what we meant to discuss today. And that's the Ninjago 2 Truths and a Lie. Now, Tommy Andreessen has done this before, where on Twitter, JR mentioned Zane had colored hands in Season 11, and yes, he is right. He was the only one that had light blue hands, which was neat. That's kind of what I was mentioning with the hood, though, is, I think that design would actually work better with this new hood. I'm going to do that right now, actually. Yeah, that distributes the colors way more evenly than the gray headband. So, you are right, but it is still rare to, usually we have black gloves for all of them. Yellow hands is very, very rare, which, Lloyd had in that season as well, which was weird. I don't know why Lloyd was the only one that didn't have gloves. So, unless they were yellow gloves, which is even odder if you think about it. Can you imagine wearing flesh-tone gloves?
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
It would be really weird because they expect to be someone's hand. That you notice it's all like got stitches through it.
But it would be cool because it's like, it's just it looks like flesh at first, but then it's not.
All right, but let's actually
And then you just pull it off and like.
But Tommy has done this thing for several years. Well, not every single year, but I remember doing it in the past. I tried to find some of the old ones before this podcast. I remember one of them was for Sons of Garmadon or Hunted, and I couldn't find it. But he's doing the same thing this year as 2 Truths and 1 Lie about the 2022 season of Ninjago, which I am very much looking forward to. Also, it is leaked online. If anyone tries to post spoilers, something bad will happen to you personally. So
he will kill himself on air, and you'll have to watch.
Well, no, like the last few seasons have gotten. I hope they have a good release for this season. It didn't. The last season never premiered on Cartoon Network in the US.
Now that you've said it, it's not going to happen. It's never. They're never going to distribute this series like a normal series.
And also, JR says he's pretty sure that post was on April 1st. Yes, this is something he did every year on April 1st. Or again, not every year, but every time he's done it, it's always been April 1st. So it is actually real. Except for the 1 lie. Like one of them was like someone will turn into a rat, and that ended up being Mistake and Hunted. So, yes, this is credible. Unless he's for some reason forwent tradition, but it's always been on April 1st he posted this. So we can...
Would they have this stuff like on Ninjago Media Project? Like a bunch of
no.
images? No, okay.
No, they have not. I didn't have this anywhere I could find. So, but we can trust that 2 of these are true in some form. They may not be what they seem, but they are true. So we've got some nice art of Dorothy, and that's nice to see. You got his chest hair.
So I guess we should read them off for those listening.
So, well, there's also a picture, but yes, we're going to read them off. 2 Truths and 1 Lie about the 2022 season. First one is, The lyrics to The Weekend Whip will become an important plot point. Not only are the words catchy, but they also contain a secret which has remained unfolded since the song premiered in 2011. An insignificant potted plant will prove to be one of the main reasons our heroes stand a chance against overwhelming forces of evil. Toy designers and writers have collaborated to avoid spoilers by including characters and objects in the toys which will not be featured in the season's storyline. So those are the three things. One of them is not true. The other two are. I'm calling it now. The middle one, the potted plant one, that's definitely true.
I was gonna say.
Unless it's too obviously true that it's true, obviously out there to be not true that it is true, that it really isn't true.
I feel like the middle one is a really safe bet. It's the outer edges that I feel like
the first one almost seems too out there to be false.
Yeah,
I think like it might not be that it's actually like, oh, this is what was the song's true secret meaning, but they kind of tacked it on, and now it has that meaning. So I could believe.
Before we dive in, let's bring up the lyrics of The Weekend Whip.
Oh boy!
Jump back, kick back, whip around, and spin. Maybe it's about whippets, you know?
No. Drugs were for Chima, okay? We're not talking about that stuff here. Winners don't do drugs.
Oh man, I remember when this premiered though, and also when it was actually the theme song instead of something that vaguely sounded like The Weekend Whip.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's time for training. We're getting started. It's on, we want to see you whip and shout it. We rock, you roll. That's a reference to Cole. Actually, let me bring this up on the stream here. Well, Dareth, you can go up in the corner over there. And I'm also going to crop this so people don't see the ads.
We're kind like this.
I'm just going to say right now, I'm hedging my bets on the third one being true.
We'll get to that, Ford. But now we're going to unlock all the secrets of the Weekend Whip so we can figure out which ones have not been unlocked. So first,
oh good.
It's time for training. We're getting started. Obviously, this is a reference to Kai in the pilot episode. I mean, very clear. We want to see you whip and shout it. That's just a transition phrase. We rock, you roll. That's a reference to Cole. And this was fulfilled during the Spinjitzu burst in Master of the Mountain.
Right.
And then they say, go slow.
This is a reference to Sonic 2.
Which has come out.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, this is a reference to Spinjitzu.
But maybe it's about
Monday morning and we feel defeated.
Time travel, you know?
Seems so long ago.
They're gonna hit a low point like in
well, that's obviously a reference to that's obviously like being defeated. That's a reference to Jay because, his life is torture.
Stupid ad. You're gonna see us rip into it. That's a reference.
We could talk like
we have ripcord
like
for these spinners, the
right?
same ones from Chima and these spinners. We can talk spoilers up to Seabound, yes.
Wait, up to Seabound or past Seabound?
Well, there is nothing past Seabound official.
Okay, so we can do through Seabound.
Yes.
Okay, so that's obviously a reference to Jay because he's just so defeated all the time.
Nah, they don't care enough about him to have done that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like his wife's mother wouldn't even tell him about her last words.
And okay, then we have Wednesday morning. We soon discover we gotta push our game. We slept on Thursday just to get it over.
Oh, they're going to kill themselves in
That's
this
not
season.
what that means!
Yeah.
Whoa. It's getting dark.
They just want to get it over with.
So, they're going to sleep, and then we're going to have a time jump. That's what it is. No, in all obvious, there's no way this was planned, but then again, that's a really weird thing to put out there. Otherwise,
I feel like it's
It could be
plausible,
referencing the song.
but not necessarily
But
like.
yeah, the part that they planned it since 2011. But then again,
But like Bionicle surprised us with the fact that they had this huge twist coming on for years, and we knew
Ninjago
nothing
definitely
about
did
it.
not, because we know they were struggling to write Rebooted because they had to write it so fast, and then they kept changing the number of episodes they were gonna have.
I mean, maybe they were just struggling to find their footing because it's like an overall plot thing, you know?
I don't
I
think it could be that.
I don't know. Like, the whole... I feel like the last one is where it's like, oh, well, the toy people have collaborated to make sure that people aren't spoiled on this thing.
Now, that would be the best thing to be real. Now, the problem is, what if he's saying this because it's not real, so that way we don't trust the sets
because
too
we
much?
have leaks that have happened that include the characters. Now, they could be fake leaks, of course, and...
The leaks are real. I've seen the actual sets. They're real.
So...
Trust me, they're real leaks.
I'm talking about
You've
story leaks,
seen the
though.
sets with your eyes.
I saw the one. I showed you the one, the jet that's out there.
I'm talking about story
you?
leaks, though. There's supposed story leaks, too.
Yeah,
so maybe they're trying to protect the fact that, oh no, story got out.
Yeah, they could.
Let's
Totally could.
bring it back in by making them question it. But then again, maybe they could drop fake leaks a la Star Wars just to go along with it.
I don't think the sets were fake. This would be the fake leak.
Yeah.
Also, in the case of Star Wars, they literally just drop the plot of the movie like 2 weeks before the movie comes out. I don't really think that counts.
No, that was planned.
That's what I just
We've
said.
been over this. But anyway, it could very well be because it's the rumors are out there. For anyone who follows Ninjago probably knows, there's all this stuff with a lot of returning villains in the sets. So that
because
could
we
be
haven't
fake.
done that before.
Not like this. These sets sound really cool because they're also
Oh yeah, they
all
do.
new
Don't
versions.
get me wrong, but still.
I mean, Day of the Departed was kind of... These are all villains that are supposedly alive, too, except for with a couple of exceptions.
Right.
Harumi.
Yeah, Harumi does show up, but there's several theories out there about it, and I guess we just gotta talk about this now. Harumi might not even show up then, because she might just be included in the set.
I mean, same with like Pythor or something like that. Like they could just be in the sets and not show up. Just to
Also,
get
J. Armour said they can
characters
just
back out
reveal the
there.
sets after the season, like what they did with Seabound.
But the problem
That wasn't actually intentional. They did that. The sets actually were leaked before then. The season just came out way earlier than it was supposed to in other countries.
Yep.
Because Cartoon Network
Because
dropped
the
ball.
distribution of this show is just terrible.
Yep. And remember, Seabound, it never came out in America on network television or cable.
Yeah.
It just went straight to Netflix.
Which honestly is a better business model
Now,
at this point.
It actually probably would be smart for them to release the season before the sets, but there's a lot of logistics that goes hand in hand, and also that probably wouldn't be good for toy sales.
Right.
So it's hard to say. It would be a smart move if they just put some red herrings in the set. That being said, also it would be disappointed.
Like,
that,
if they had so many villains, but it's just like, oh, psych. It's kind of like what they did, like this year, where they release a bunch of new sets that have nothing to do with the story. Where it's just like, okay, you got sets that might relate to the story, but you don't have villains that tie into it.
No matter what, that phrase alone, this makes it more exciting because now, it puts that doubt in you wouldn't have had otherwise. So it's a good thing he did this. I appreciate that. I would really like to see their returns. But, and J. Armour, again, remember his Gamers Mark, I think you're referring to the Harumi in that one. You can let us know, because that's actually one of the theories, because Harumi has been rumored to be showing up in these sets. There's 2 or 3 or 4 options that could be going on here with how that is. one of the options is that none of these are the real versions of villains, but like constructs of them. Another one is Hirumi didn't actually die in Hunted.
Well, my thought was that, and I think you're about to say this, is that Hirumi was, I guess, brought back in Prime Empire, and then when all of the characters from Prime Empire came over to the real world, like Okino and Unagami, she came with them.
Yeah, so that's another way, and I would actually like that better than just bringing her out.
Yep.
Right up there, because
it's still the same character. Like, it supposedly has all of her memories,
but it doesn't.
But
then that also might be too complex for them to try and put in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because then you have to suddenly just throw that. You remember, no, I'm not Hirumi. You remember that time where you went in the video game and then it created a construct of me, but then Jay released everyone to the real world to choose whether or not they live as real physical beings or not.
I mean, it was like a whole episode with her in it.
Yeah. Well, no,
she died.
The one where Lloyd gets killed. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely possible that she returns. People could always return Ninjago. I think it would be, I'd like it for story reasons most if it wasn't like the original Hirumi, because I like that darker tone that they had with Hunted, that she actually just got killed off, but it was also off screen. So, I don't know. I feel like, though, Hirumi is still, either way, a character, even if they do bring her back, is someone they could do a lot with.
But
so
it's
I don't
not
really
even
mind
just... It's not even just villains they're bringing back either.
Oh, well, the other ones that have been rumored to show up are Skylar and Ronan.
Right.
Which is cool. I hope they get rid of Ronan's character assassination that they did in the island. Because I like Ronan.
Yeah, he's like the Sawyer
and he has
of
not gotten
Ninjago.
I also like Skylar a lot, and she has not been in it since Hunted.
Yeah, she's...
Skylar is like the Kate of Ninjago.
Like, we need her kind of like, she needs to figure out what she's doing with Kai, because, like...
Now, there's also another character that shows up again, but we're going to save that for when the sets are officially revealed, because I want to see this firsthand, But yeah, we can't really discuss this fully without that. There is a set that has Nia in it. It's the Samurai X mech, which is supposedly their largest mech ever. Which sounds awesome.
I'm not sure how you could get any bigger than what you've gotten.
But because it also is so cool because the Samurai X mech was the original mech of this generation of Lego mechs.
True. So it's come full circle.
But yeah, also Nia being Samurai X is really weird. And how is she back? What is the whole memory construct thing is a theory that I've floated around, but it might not make total sense. But also Nia could be just coming back as a water spirit and makes the mech like she made the dragon.
Yeah.
But, or they just bring Nia back, which seems it feels like a weird time to do that.
It's way too soon. They just killed her off, I feel, and with how they left it and how they did it, it feels like they need a break from her almost.
But yeah, again, it might not be what it seems. We haven't actually seen the sets. These are just listings.
I mean, I'm gonna echo what Kevin said. It did feel like they brought finality to the character.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be weird. And so it could be one of these sets that's just thrown off.
I don't mind if they feel like they have to bring her back for a different storyline,
if they're doing the whole time skip
just to get the...
I don't know. There hasn't been alluded to. They haven't alluded to this is going to be the end of this era for Ninjago, or this arc at least. And that's not always mean a huge time skip or anything. We don't know where they're going forward after this, and I do feel like that's another episode entirely. So let's stay off that topic for now. We're gonna have lots of Ninjago discussion this year. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one that would be a good thing if it was true, but it could also be the lie, and it's just here so that we are still surprised when stuff happens, because now we just don't know, which is cool.
We'll know until we see it.
I'm really looking forward to this season. I have heard some people have read the leak. Some people are polarized on it, but I don't know. I think I'll probably enjoy it regardless. In fact, if it does something polarizing, I'll probably appreciate it because I like when they shake stuff up. Unshaking is what I don't want to see. Or what if they reset the Ninjago timeline? That'd be weird.
Huh. Rebooted 2.
I don't know. I don't think that's where they're going. I really don't know. And I also don't know that those supposed leaks for the plot are 100% true. So, I just hope that we get a good release for it. Because I really want to see this and not be spoiled. Like, I was spoiled for Seabound, which actually had a pretty surprising ending to it.
Yeah, considering...
Yeah, but you know that good distribution is just light years away. It's not going to happen.
But the thing is, if they
like...
released it immediately on Netflix last time, maybe the, Cartoon Network deal is up. So
maybe.
I mean, like the best way to
like
do
if
it,
they go straight to
unfortunately-
Netflix, then that's okay. But otherwise, like the distribution of the show is worse than Hasbro's distribution of basic product.
yeah, it's really.
And
awful.
I told you that the whole thing with that, like, it's bad. I'm not making.
Also,
good
J Armor
here.
in the live chat. If you could tell me which season is season 70, because people actually number them very different, depending on some people count pilots and specials, some don't. So usually it's best to go by the title of the arc these days, just because it gets so confusing to keep up. Like, you might be numbering them the same as I am.
Well, he does sound like he's referring to Hands of Time. Because...
Yeah. I
the
think
Hands
so.
of Time recently
that's what I thought.
reappear. Yeah.
I mean, we still don't exactly know. We know, like, the fight with Wu. Yeah, that happened. I'm assuming you're referring to the Golden Hour. And... yeah, that we don't. They're still out there somewhere. You know, if Wu end up landing in the timeline at some point, the Time Twins landed out there somewhere as well, and we have yet to actually see them resurface, unless they like aged up and died. So I don't know. They haven't really alluded to bringing them back at all, but that's something that's on the table. Like, there's so many people out there that. There's a lot of loose ends this season's got to tie up, and it sounds like they're planning to, like the whole Bingestone thing. Also, it does sound like we might see Pythor, or maybe not. We don't know. But
I want to see Pythor.
I want to see Pythor as well.
I miss him.
It's been a while since they've done Pythor. They should.
And then he can have his final showdown with Scales Jr. as it comes full circle. Now, Scales Jr. takes his rightful place as the Serpent King. He must kill Pythor. I should just write like a really overdramatic fan fiction about that. It's like of Scales Jr. setting out and explaining Pythor's absence because he's dead.
It's like Pythor versus Scales Jr. and Pythor's just like nanomachines, son. They harden in response to physical trauma.
So, all in all, I'm not sure which one is the lie, but let's all go through. And Ford, which one do you think is the lie?
The first one.
Think it's that one?
It's just,
I mean,
it just sounds too out there.
I understand that, but that's what makes me skeptical. You know,
Yeah.
it's too out there. If it's so obvious, then why you make it obvious?
No, like, even if I hadn't seen Hands of Time, or whatever this season was, where Mistake turns into the Hunted, yeah. Like, even if I hadn't seen it, or at least known what happened in it, that wouldn't have sounded, out of the ordinary. I mean, this is literally a world where there are genies, and then there are
I don't think
snake
no. They talked
people.
about. Oh yeah, they said a talking rat will save the day. I think it was.
Okay. It's like there's genies and snake people and like killer robots and video games that come to life. Like, yeah. Okay, that's not out of the realm of, possibility. But the song that you haven't even used in the show for how long?
I mean, it
I
is
don't know.
technically in the theme. It is a really heavy remix.
I mean, yeah, but also like it hasn't really been relevant for that long. I don't know.
All right, and Kevin, what do you think is the lie?
I don't want the middle to be true. Like, honestly,
Well, you don't want Planty the potted plant to show up?
The thing is, I just
He's a
feel
valuable
like
agent.
if this is supposed to be like a really big, high stakes ending, like Sons of Garmadon type, hunted
Well, the thing
type,
is, it's not going to be
like,
that big. If it's gonna, one of the main reasons it's going to be like something happens, like a plant falls on someone.
yeah, it's gonna be like Cole's little weed project that he's got working in the basement just falls over, you know. But they all smoke a blunt, and that's how the conflict ends.
No. We saved the drugs for Chima.
But I kind of think it is the third one. Like, the first one just seems like out there enough to be true to me. I don't know why, but 3 is my answer.
You think 3 is the lie?
I think so, yeah.
I don't have an answer. I don't know which one's the lie.
They're all true. That's the April Fool's
No,
joke.
that's not. That's
Remember,
not
some
the
of these
fun
could also
thing.
be almost true, is a thing.
Hmm.
And some of these might be true in ways we don't think. I
That's
feel
annoying.
like I'd have the hardest time saying that number 1 is real. I can't figure out how they do it, but I feel like that's the point. So it could be throwing off and make like the one that seems like the most likely to be true is the lie, and that would be the middle one. But
We shall see.
I'm gonna say the first one is I think is the most likely the lie. I just don't. I can't say anything with confidence here.
I feel like most likely it is, and that's what's throwing me, and that's why I want it to work out.
Now, hopefully, we get the new sets revealed soon because Harry Potter summer sets dropped recently.
And they look amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty good. We'll probably talk about them.
Yeah,
well,
to
not
give
next
my
week, but
okay, yeah, but to give my preliminary thoughts on them, like I was very disappointed by last year's sets because they just didn't feel fun. Like they didn't have anything interesting about them. They took everything that, like every problem that I had, they have addressed
ramped it up
with
to
the new
11.
wave. They ramped up, right? It's like they addressed all of my problems. Bravo. Very good.
So yeah, we will have an episode discussing those in the future. I'm sure I might start newscast up soon and do that. My schedule has just not been great for it lately. But next week, actually, we're going to be having a game episode. Meso will be guest starring as long as everything goes well there.
You're making promises too soon.
Well, no, you've scheduled this for a while.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he
I
will
feel
be
like the
guest
longer
starring.
we have something scheduled, the more likely it is.
If he doesn't show
they
up,
won't
I
show
actually have
up.
a backup. So, I'm not
Okay.
sure what game we'll be doing. We haven't actually planned that part yet. We'll be having a game next week. So make sure to tune in for that. That'll be fun. And like I said, tune in for a newscast soon. There's also a few after hours episodes I want to do. Like, I have the time for those. It's just getting other people around. As you can see, half of our cast didn't show up tonight. So,
Boo.
but more summer sets I think should be dropping in general soon. We've got some Star Wars, some Harry Potter. All I care about is Ninjago, though. Let's be real. Oh, no. There are some Marvel sets I'm interested in that are going to be dropping this summer. There's some interesting rumors there. Like rumored Sanctum Sanctorum, which
Yeah,
would be pretty
that
awesome.
sounds that's even crossed my radar.
So
That sounds pretty cool. So
I've heard slight rumors about the Statue of Liberty battle for No Way Home, but those have kind of died down, unfortunately.
Well, that
yeah,
seems
I'm
a bit
not
far-fetched.
not convinced of those.
But it would make
Spider-Man, far-fetched.
it's the perfect set though.
It would be the perfect set. I want Norman Osborn, Willem Dafoe.
I want new versions of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Mace is like one of the only people in the world that owns the Amazing Spider-Man figure from that, and it's like the most valuable item he owns. Like Mace doesn't even have a car, so it's definitely the most valuable item he owns.
Yep.
He could buy like 2 bad cars with that one minifigure.
You could get a car that gets him where he needs to go for the price of that minifigure. Mace should. What we're saying here is Mace should buy a car.
I think what we're like, don't underestimate how valuable this is. It's like it's really, really, really valuable.
Let me
I
look
think
up the price.
it was
Yeah,
like
I'm
one
looking
of
it
the most
up on,
expensive ones we came across. Like we were looking at, like, oh, Mr. Gold, oh, and it was still more expensive than all those,
Oh yeah, it was definitely more expensive than Mr. Gold.
which is crazy to think. Like, oh, yeah, that's just immediately where my mind goes to, like expensive minifigures.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too. Can't seem to find it though.
I mean, I found it on. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I
How
told
much
you.
we talking
9,000 is the minimum on Bricklink.
Hang on, I gotta see this for myself.
9,000.
I'd be living large if I sold this thing. Did you see the top price?
Yeah, the top price is 12,000.
$12,756.46.
64
baby.
cents.
Let's check on eBay real quick, just
Well,
you know,
that
so
says
we can get a
46.
fair comparison. It's not coming up on eBay.
It's too rare and valuable.
There's only 5 on the market in the world.
It has sold.
They're in the U.S. and Hong Kong.
There was a sale for $9,000 in the last 6 months.
Good lord!
There have been sales also for 11,000 and 12,000.
And someone practically just gave it to me.
This has went up since last time we checked.
No, I think it's
Wow.
around the same price. Because...
Is it? I thought it was more around the 3,000.
No, no, I know.
Was that Black Suit Spider-Man?
Maybe something like that. Yeah, but
That's another
like
one.
I
we
knew
one of.
Amazing Spider-Man was the big bucks. I was talking. He could buy a couple cars with 12,000. You know, like 4,000 a car. You know.
Or you could just buy one decent car.
Nah. Nah. Quantity over quality.
Put a down payment on a house for that.
No, you can't.
Really?
Ford, as someone who's been trying to find a house, you can't.
What's your minimum down payment?
Around $40,000 these days.
Good lord! What's with the rate hikes, man?
That has nothing to do with the rate. This is before you get the loan.
Wow. Well, it could go toward a down payment. I mean, it could really help.
And you can get a down payment on something else, but it's gonna be like barely if livable conditions.
I don't know. I feel like you should still be able to negotiate down payments. I think.
I mean, let's say I'm going off of if you're doing 20%. Technically, you can do it with less with mortgage insurance, but then your monthly is going to be higher.
Right.
All right, but that's going to do it for us today. Make sure to leave a comment below. It helps promote these videos. There's going to be plenty more discussions in the future. Let me know if you want to hear that Ninjago Core episode where I complain for an hour. Because I've wanted to talk about that for a while. Just because I defended the minifigures, and I do like the minifigures, but I have a lot of issues with the philosophy that went behind Core, and that could fill a whole episode. Like I said, next week, a game with Meso. We're going to have a game every month going forward, so that's going to be cool. And hopefully more people show up then.
Watch us on Rumble so we can make enough money to put a down payment on our houses.
Yes, that's true. We're never going to make that. If you want to make money, don't do YouTube videos, but...
That's why we're doing Rumble videos.
Yeah.
Rumble is a platform.
No, Rumble is cool. I haven't actually uploaded all the episodes still, too, because it's just been so busy. I will probably get more out tomorrow, and we'll catch up. And I probably should have recorded this one as well, so I could have put it straight on Rumble. But, live and learn.
We should have gotten a sponsorship with Raid Shadow Legends. That'd get the big bucks going.
I will never get a sponsorship with Raid Shadow Legends.
Alright, you should go with NordVPN then.
For Ford,
NordVPN.
Flores, myself, up you. Thank you for listening. see you on the next episode.